We're from Fancy Techo Crafts.
And we're going to show you how to get your craft on. This is the basic stitch of knitting. I'm going to show you how to knit English style, which means holding your yarn in your right hand. You're going to hold the stitches that you want to work in your left hand, and you're going to hold the working yarn in your right hand. The tail is just going to hang out, and you're going to use the needle with no stitches on it as your working needle. That will be in your right hand. First, take your working needle and go into the very first stitch on your left needle. You don't have to hold your yarn the whole time, you can just pick it up to work your stitch. I like to tension my yarn in my hand so that I don't have to drop it each time I make a stitch. So I hold it between my pinky and then go around the back of my pointer finger and holding the pinky together with my other fingers helps tension the yarn. Then I use my pointer finger to wrap the yarn and make my first loop on my working needle. Go around the back of the needle tip and bring it back to the right side of that working needle, and then with your working needle pull forward through that loop and catch the yarn that you just wrapped. Now you have one stitch on your working needle. You're going to remove the stitch that you just worked off the tip of your left hand needle. And you've moved that new stitch to the working needle. Continue doing the same motion for the rest of your stitches. Bring your working needle tip into the loop on the left needle from front to back. Wrap your yarn around the back of your needle and pull that yarn through the loop. Remove the stitch from the left needle and the new stitch will be on the right needle. Insert your needle, wrap your yarn, pull through the loop, and drop the stitch off the left needle. Insert your needle into the loop, wrap your yarn, pull the yarn through the loop, and drop the stitch off the left needle. I have 4 stitches on my working needle, and slowly each stitch from my left needle is moving onto my right needle as a new stitch. Continue doing this until you get to the end of your row. And now I'm working my last stitch, which means the left hand needle is free now, and I have all of my stitches on my working needle, which now becomes the stitches to be worked. So I move that needle to my left hand and I take my free needle and use that as my working needle for the next row. I've worked 2 rows now, and you can see that my work is starting to grow. So continue working rows until your fabric is as long as you'd like.